Okay, hello and welcome everybody. Welcome in my home lab, ONELAB training. Today, I make explanation in how to create iSCSI SIM, Internet, Small Computer System Interface, Storage Area Network, in RedHat Linux. I want to thank all RedHat groups and the faithful support. In this tutorial, we'll explain how to create Centos virtual machine and VMware player, then create LVM, then create iSCSI target and create iSCSI initiator to connect to this target. I'll show also my physical fiber channel SAN topology in my lab. Okay, let's begin. When we talk about SAN storage area network, we will talk about sharing data to servers. And the server can make share for other clients on the network. There are two SAN protocols used. One need dedicated hardware and it is expensive. And the other one use the Ethernet network or Ethernet LAN with recommendation of huge bandwidth. Minimum 1 gigabit for best performance, 10 gigabit per second. When we talk about fiber channel SAN, we talk completely about dedicated hardware for SAN network. In fiber channel SAN, no TCP/IP used. All communication use SAN protocols or fiber channel protocol. No MAC addresses, no IP addresses, but there are WWPN, worldwide port numbers. Fiber channel SAN can be a point-to-point, which means the SAN connect directly to the server, or can be infrastructure network with SAN switches. SAN switches not like Ethernet switches. SAN switches not use MAC address for communication, but it use WWPN, worldwide port number. We can use point-to-point communication between SAN and the server, or we can use a central point, which is called SAN switch, and make communication between servers and the SAN storage. But this SAN switch, we remember that, not use at all MAC addresses in communication, but it use WWPN, worldwide port number. Okay, let's go and see the SAN switch and the fiber cable, and also the HP or host bus adapter that used for communication between servers, SAN, and also SAN switch. Let's go. Now this is my SAN storage, my fiber channel SAN storage. It is consisted of 30 hard disk. This is the hard disk inside the SAN. Now I put it gently. This is the HPA host bus adapter used for my server to connect to the SAN storage. Okay, let's go now and show the same switch. This is my Brocade cell switch. These ports are licensed. This means when I buy this switch, I buy also a license for 8 ports. This is 16 ports, but I only licensed 8 ports only. And this GBEX come separately. Remember, SAN switch not depend on MAC addresses, but it depends on WWPN or worldwide port numbers. Okay, now we need to make our virtual machine. All we need the ISO file of Centos. I'll use Centos 8, but you can use Centos 7, no problem. The same commands are found. Okay, and also I'll use the free version of VMware called VMware Player. Yes, it's called VMware Player. It is a free version, not for commercial use. If you use for commercial, you can buy the VMware Workstation Pro. You can download the VMware Player from the VMware website without any fee and without any required license. Okay, let's go and make our virtual machines. We'll make 2 virtual machines. One for iSCSI target. This represents the same, which provide the storage to other clients on the network. And the initiator, this mean client. iSCSI protocol depends on server which run the service called iSCSI target, and the clients, which means the machines need to use the storage. And this called iSCSI initiators. Okay, let's go and begin. Now I'll open my VMware Workstation Player. And now I'll create a new virtual machine. Create a new virtual machine. I'll install the operating system later, okay? Because if I select install disk image file, the VMware makes some customization in the installation. I didn't recommend this. So I'll select I install the operating system later, then Linux, then CentOS, but no mention for CentOS 8. Only CentOS 7 are there. Okay, no problem. CentOS 7. Okay, now I'll code this virtual machine iSCSI target, but I made some modification. iSCSI target, and select the position where you can store the virtual machine. But I recommend to not use C, because if you change the operating system formatting the hard disk, all the VMware can be gone. Okay, this is the folder where the virtual machine files are stored. Now for the system or for the operating system, 20 gig is good. Store virtual disk as a single file. Next. Customize hardware. Okay, you can stay with this value, 1 giga, or you can increase them, but recommended to not reduce them beyond 1 giga. Okay, I'll make this for my server. I have 128 giga. Properties. But if you have 8 gig, 4 gig, okay, keep the memory for 1 giga to virtual machine. Now I'll use 4 gig. Okay, also the processor, if you use an ordinary computer or laptop, don't increase this. But for me, I use server with Xeon processor, with dual processor. I'll use two. Then I'll use two network interface cards, one for network and one for storage. The design recommendation for iSCSI to use at least two networks, one for normal traffic, clients connectivity to servers, servers connectivity to clients, and the other one for only use with storage. Servers access the storage by this network. Okay, I'll make one adapter, bridge it to my network interface card, wireless. So I select VMnet 0, and I'll add another network adapter. This network adapter, I'll select VMnet 1 for it. Okay, but remember, the iSCSI target must have static IP addresses, not from DHCP. Now, I'll add some hard disks for the same. Add, or not now. Now I'll make close, finish. Then this virtual machine was created. Now edit virtual machine. This is the hard disk used by the system. I'll add 4 other hard disks. Add hard disk, Scuzzy hard disk, create a new virtual hard disk. But now I'll use 100 giga. Store virtual disk as a single file, but don't select allocate all space now, because this will take, at the time of creation, the virtual machine, 1,000 giga from your hard disk. 100 giga from your hard disk. Okay, please not select this. I'll add another hard disk. Also 100. Still 2. $100 also. Add hard disk, Scuzzy, create 100. Next and finish. Okay. Now I'll go to edit virtual machine setting and select my ISO file for installation, CD or DVD. then use ISO image. I'll browse to the ISO file. This the version I'll use, but you can use any other versions. You can use Centos 7, no problem. Now, okay, and play virtual machine. Now I select install CentOS Linux 8. ماشي. No need to test the media. Press enter. When your cursor is inside the virtual machine, you can return the cursor to your physical computer by pressing the Control plus Alt. Now the setup will start. Okay. Now I'm waiting for the setup to start. This time will depend also on your virtual machine hardware. What is the memory? What is the processor? The number of processor? All this can affect the time. Now I'll select the language, English. Then I'll keep the keyboard software, no problem. System. I'll select this 20 gig for the installation. تمام. I'll make automatic. Or I'll select automatic installation, then done. Then software selection, I'll install the server with graphical user interface, no problem. But if you use CentOS 7, you must go there and select this option, server with graphical user interface. In CentOS 8, this is made by default. Now I select the time and date, and I select my country. I am in Africa, I am in Egypt and in Cairo city. I'll adjust my time to and done. Now begin illustration. Oh, sorry, I forget network and host. Then I'll turn on my network interface card. This IP was taken from DHCP, but I'll adjust this. تمام. Ethernet 34. I'll configure it inside the Linux after installation. I also call this server as san.onelab trmns.local and done. Now begin installation. Now Centos asked me for the root password. I'll configure one. Then press done. Then I'll create one user, ONELAB AD. For this user, I need it to use sudo commands. Okay, for a user to can use sudo command, this user recommended to be a member of a group wheel. This option make this user administrator do the job. Now, when I press advanced, the group membership is wheel. If I remove this, advanced, no wheel group, but I can write it but take care. This is case sensitive. Wheel must be written in small letters. Now save it changes. Okay, look, the check. Return again. And make a password for the user. And now done. Now I'll wait the installation to finish, but now I'll make other virtual machine to work as Initiator. Okay, VMware workstation. Create new virtual machine. Next, Linux, Centos 7, SRV 1. Next, okay, 20 gig, no problem. But I recommend to store virtual disk as a single file. This makes the virtual machine faster. I'll also increase the memory, but in your PC you can skip this and use the default. The default 1 gig if you have 8 gig memory. I'll increase also there. Also, I'll need 2 disks. One VMnet 0 and the other for VMnet 1. After this, close, finish. Okay. Now I'll open the virtual machine and start the installation like this. But I forget to put the ISO. Look, now he try to make PXE put or put from network interface card. So I'll go to my manage virtual machine setting, and I'll go to ISO, use ISO image, browse for the ISO, and now I'll make a restart guest. Then select install operating system. Now waiting for the installer to begin. After the installation began, I'll do the same as before. Installation destination. Only on this machine we have only 20 gig. Okay, automatic installation done. Language support to your selection, time and date. Cairo. Network. This will be taken from DHCP. تمام. The other one I'll set up it from inside the operating system after installation. Okay. Now server 1.1lab tr mns.local done. Root password. Then user creation. ONELAB AD. This user as administrator, password. and password again. Now we wait for installation, but I want to explain something. Let's draw a network. Now have a virtual machine. It is iSCSI. Target and another virtual machine. iSCSI Initiator. And we have two network interface cards. One network interface card bridged to VMnet 0, which connected to my real network. And use the IP range, class C IP address, without any subnetting this range. Okay. We have another network interface card. This network interface card is bridged for VMnet 1. This is storage network. And we will configure it to use class C network on this range. Okay. This network interface card, red network interface card, bridged to VMnet 0, connected to the internet. We need internet connection because we need to make updates and store packages. Okay, this the function of this network, and also the client communication happened on this network. This network is dedicated for storage. Dedicated storage network. And recommended in real world scenarios, it is be 10 gigabit per second Ethernet for best communication between initiators and iSCSI. Okay, this server is SAN, and this server called server 1. Okay, this is our topology diagram. Now there are 4 hard disks attached to this virtual machine. This is virtual hard disks, not physical disks. But in real, this can be physical disks. Each one of them 100 gig. We will make LVM. Then this LVM used for or used as building blocks for iSCSI. Now I'll wait for the installation of two virtual machines to be finished. Then we'll return again. Okay, welcome back again. Now, one of the virtual machines target finished, reboot. I'll pause the recording while the virtual machine rebooting. Now I'll accept the license information, accept the license, done. Then finish configuration. Now I log in with the account. This is fresh installation for Centos 8. Okay. At the beginning, the welcome screen, I choose the English language. Okay. My keyboard layout also English United States. Privacy, skip, start using Centos. This is help screen. I'll close it. Then from activities, I run the terminal. Now I want to run as administrator SU. The system asking me about the root password. Okay, now I am the root. First thing, we need to make update. Yum update -y. If there are a problem in bridging you will need during the installation, you can't connect to the internet and this update will fail. You must configure properly the bridge. Okay, let's wait for the update to finish. Now the other virtual machine also finished. I'll make the same thing. First, I'll update the system. Open the terminal. SU root password. Yum update -y. Then press enter. Okay, now all updates are installed. Now I need to configure network interface cards. First, IP address show. Okay. Now this network interface card take the following IP from my DHCP server. ماشي. And the other network interface card ENS34 no IP because no DHCP server connected to VMnet one network. Okay. Now I'll configure the IP addresses like this. For network communication, this server take and for SAN communication network. Okay, these two networks different. تمام. Okay, so تمام is mean in Arabic it's okay. Okay, now network medial kernel user interface, enter, edit connections, these two connections. The first one for network, okay. Change it to manual, show, then the IP address, 24, default gateway, my router IP, DNS server, use Google, and another one for redundancy. Now also, if this not checked, you must check it, because if you restart the server, the network interface card will be down. Except you select this. Okay, now okay. ENS34 manual. Sorry. Address. This is the storage network. Okay. Not default gateway, no DNS. But because we didn't make this option in the installation. See the installation video. You will see we will not enable this in the video. Now check space to select and okay. And now back. But to take effect, you must go both connection and deactivate and activate it. Also deactivate and activate it. Then back, then press OK. Now IP address show grep inet. Okay. Now this network interface card for network and data communication, and the other one, this is for storage and iSCSI communication. Okay, that's fine. The next step. Now, the next step, make partitions. Okay. Now, let's look. Now we have this hard disks. Sorry. These hard disks now are there, but no partition. First, we use fdisk to make volumes. Okay, let's go. First one, fdisk dev sdb. And now I'll make a new partition, then primary partition. Okay, I accept the number of the partition. Third sector, no problem. Okay, plus sector, I write the capacity, plus sign, 99 giga. Because some space need for metadata of the partition. So I then choose all the 8 gig, the 100 gig. Okay. Now T and select capital L. We'll see that LVM partition is the number 8E. So I write 8E. Now you can see the partition and it is Linux LVM. Now make write. Then we'll make like this process for other 3 hard disks. C, N, P, enter, enter, plus 99 gig, T, 8E, then write, then D, N, P, first sector, plus 99 gig, then write, still one, N, P, plus 99 gig, T, 8E, and then write, then part prop, dev SD all. Okay, no problem. SD P SD P1 part prop dev SD all. Okay. Now, after creating the partitions, I make physical disks to prepare them for LVM. So PV create dev SD P1 and dev SD C1 and dev SD D1 and dev SD E1. Sorry for spelling mistake. BV create. Okay, now BV show this our 4 hard disk and 4 partitions. Now we need to create volume group to contain disk capacity. Okay, volume group create. We will call it VGSen and contain DVSDB1 and DVSDB-C1 and dev SD D1 and dev st e1. Now write vgs. Okay, this our capacity now. This is the free, and this is the total size. Now they are equal because still we didn't make any logical volume. Now I'll make a physical volume, lv create dash n, then we'll call it lv sen dash l or dash l small for percentage, then 100 percentage from free capacity, and from vg from dev vg sen. Yes, this is the sen we create. Yes, vg sen. Now lvs. Okay, this is the capacity of lv sen, and now all the capacity or free capacity from vg sen are allocated for logical volume sen. Now if we repeat vgs, now the v space is 0. Okay, now also we finish the LVM creation. Now we need to install the iSCSI service. Okay, the iSCSI target service. Now I'll run yum install -y, and the service is target command line interface. There are many packages for do the job of iSCSI target, but this is the best one. Okay, now it's installed. Okay, after installation, now I'll enter this utility. Target CLI. Now, if we write ls, now no backstores, no iSCSI, no loopback. Okay, first I'll go to the directory backstore cd back. Sorry, cd backstore. Then I'll go to inside block. Then I'll create now inside the block. Tamam. Okay. I need to create some blocks. This block is the LV or the logical volume we are creating. This means we need the iSCSI to allocate this capacity. Okay, now I'll assign the logical volume to this block. Okay, now create and I'll call it block 1. Block 1 is from the LV which was created before. Okay, inside the div vg sen lv sen. Okay, now you write cd. Now if we make ls, okay, now this block was allocated with this capacity. After this, also I'll make the file input output to carry the metadata of the partition. So now I'll create, cd backstore file input output. Okay. Okay, press enter. Now create file for metadata called file1 inside the root directory. File1 and the size was 1 giga. Okay. cd. Okay. Now we will need to set up the initiators. Okay. So I'll go to cd, not at this time backstore, but to iSCSI. ls. Now no iSCSI initiators was found. Okay. I'll set up one. The name I write here what, or I'll enter two names, one for the iSCSI target and one for the iSCSI initiator. Okay, first we need iSCSI target. So cd, or no need for cd, nothing. Now I create the iSCSI target name. Create. Okay, this is a standard name. Must be written as I write. Start with IQN dot, then the year dash, the month in two numbers. If we are in April, don't write 4, but 04. Dot. Then the domain name, but in reverse. So block dot ONELAB tr nns, then colon, then any identifier. I'll use same. Now we created our target. Okay. Now if we make ls, now there are a target. We must now define some parameters for the target. This is the first target, and this is the name. cd, I'll go inside this target, IQN, and tab will do the job. Now I create access control list, which means what is the initiators? Okay. Now I'll create one initiator. Okay, but we will go to inside access control lists. Print working directory. Okay, now you are inside this. Now we must go to tbg1 or target group portal 1, tgb1, cd, to bg1, then cd access control list. Then here I'll create the target. Okay, this name must be configured as the same on the initiator. Okay, I'll configure the name here, and when we set up the initiator, I'll configure the same name, or no communication can happen. IQN dot same standard dash 04 dot block dot domain ONELAB trmns colon. Now the identifier and make srv1. Okay. Lock the format IQN, then the year, then the month and 2 numbers, then the domain in reverse format. Lock, then .onelab tr missed one, then an identifier. Okay. Now I'll make access control lists. Now I'll need LANs. LANs means what is the capacity will be provided to this target. Okay. Now let's define the LAN. CD colon. Then now I'm here. I go to there. CD LAN. And now I'll create the LAN. First I'll create the LAN. ماشي. Okay. Then what is the LAN? Okay, now move this. The first capacity inside the backstore block and block 1. This is the capacity. This is the first LAN. And also the meta file inside also backstore file input output file 1. Okay, now I also create a LAN. Rename the portal. Okay. The portal contained by default 0000 and the port number. This means this server listens to any IP address, but I want it to listen to 192.168.3.254. Okay. So now okay, I'm exit now from the target. I return to it. Okay, now we are on the target. Okay. CD. Now CD iSCSI IQN TBG1, then inside portal ls. Okay. Now create then the portal, and if we don't define the port, the default is 3260, and this is the default port number for iSCSI. Okay, but this error using default IP port could not create network portal in config.fs. This because this entry is found. First, we'll delete this port number 3260. Oh, sorry, but use space. Okay, space, not colon. Okay, this entry now deleted. If we write again ls, no portals found, then we will define our portal. Okay, and this is the default number. Okay, now return to the root and ls. This is our iSCSI configuration. Okay, now we finish the configuration, but still we need to enable the iSCSI target service and configure the firewall to bypass the traffic initiated from any client to this server. Now press Control or exit. Now we return to the Linux prompt or Linux shell or Linux terminal. Okay, now we need to start the service and enable the service. Now I'll use system CTL start service code target and enable it. And now check the status. Okay, now it is active. Press Q. Okay, now we need to configure the firewall. Firewall dash CMD. Now we need to enable the communication through the iSCSI port and the TCP protocol. Dash dash add port and equal to 3260 over TCP, and we need this change to be permanent. Okay, now we need to reload our firewall. So dash dash reload. Okay, now also we make list all. Okay, now we are sure the server not block the communication to this port number. Now we are finished the iSCSI target configuration. Now we need to configure the initiator. Let's go. Now we are on the server 1. Login. Then okay, update also finished. Now we configure IP address, edit connections. We have two. The first one is for data. The next one, or the second one, is for storage. Okay. Now this IP for client. If you wish, you can keep it automatic, but I not recommend this for me. Manual show add numlock not open. Okay, I make this 4 default gateway to 1 8 8844. Don't forget to check this if not checked. Okay, name is 34. This must be manual. Or oh, no need, must be manual in Windows, not on Linux. No problem for it. Address. This is the storage subnet. Okay. No gateway, no DNS. Not Perfect 24. Don't forget to check this. Okay. Now activate connection. Okay, now back. Now, okay. Now we just to ping our server and post network interface code, our target. This is the data network, okay. The ping, and also storage network, also the ping is correct. Okay. Now we need to install the iSCSI initiator package. Yum. Install -y iSCSI -initiator -utils. Okay, now told me that this utility installed already because I made update. Okay, now we configure the initiator name. Do you remember? Like the one we add in the target. Okay, keep this here, and the other one from the iSCSI target, and here we can go to ls. Okay, look this IQN for the initiator. We must change it. So vim etc iSCSI initiator name.iSCSI. We must change this name like this, exactly like this. Okay, as the initiator. This is the default initiator name by Centos, but we doesn't use it. Okay, this is for insert mode, and this is for, and this is dot 2020 and .com as dot local, and sorry, RedHat ONELAB there, TRMNS, and then SRV1. Okay, look, it's exactly matching this. If we make any mistake in this, no communication will be made between the initiator and the target. Okay, now escape, colon, write, quit without any interruption, and yes. Now cat etc iSCSI initiator. Now this is the name of our server. Now you must, after this change, restart the service of the iSCSI initiator. So now we make system ctl restart iSCSI, or sorry, initiator. I forget it. Sorry, iSCSI d. Okay, now you can check the service. Okay, now it is active and running. Okay, now we need to connect to the iSCSI target and make some discovery. This is very simple operation, not hard operation. The hard part is the setting the iSCSI target. Now we use iSCSI admin -- mode, and we need the discovery mode, then -- type. We need the send target types, then -- we need -- portal, find the portal, and the portal IP. Don't forget this IP, sorry. This IP configured here. This is a portal IP address. Okay. And let's the operation dash dash discover. Okay, this is my target. Okay, and this the IQN name for the target. Okay, now I discover the iSCSI SIM. Now I want to make persistent connection to it to use the storage. Let's go. Okay, now we use also iSCSI admin, but now dash dash type or dash dash mode, and we select node. Then dash dash name, and we write the name. You remember? This is the name of the target, not the initiator. So this is the name. Okay. IQN dot dash 4 dot lock dot ONELAB trmns colon sen and dash dash portal, and we write the portal here. Don't forget this, the portal IP, and dash dash and dash dash login. Okay, login to iFast target. Okay, now successful login. Now ls Scuzzy. Okay, this the disks. This is the metadata, and this is the block one. Okay, now if you want to use this, we need to mount it and make the file system. Okay, this disk so by our server one or our initiator as dev stb1, but it may change at next reboot. So now make file system xfs to dev sdb. Now we make the file system. Okay, wait a minute, because this is communication through network. Okay, not local disk. Now list block dash f. Okay, this is the STB and this is the unique identifier of it. Okay, now we make directory into the root .sen, and then go to vim etc fs tab, but let's take this copy and then press O, and then UUID equal to, and paste the ID, then mounted into sen, but not capital, sen, and the file system type xfs. Okay, now the default. Okay, this must include the option underscore net dev. Don't forget this option. Then 02. Sorry for this. UUID. Okay. Now escape, quit, right quit without any interruption. Now mount -A. Structure need cleaning scene. Okay. Let's make ls. Where is the scene directory? Okay, this is the same directory. Mount. There are a problem. Okay. Vim fs tab unique identifier scene swap netdev. Okay. Let's check our option. Our option netdev. Yes, no problem for this. Underscore net div. Okay. Okay, now we will try to make the file system again. Okay, -F. And the suite. Now check again mount all, mount -A. Okay, the unique identifier changed. Now list block -F. Okay, this is the block. Let's change it. Copy. And then go to Vim and change this. Paste. Then save changes. Now mount -A. Okay. Now everything is okay. DH dash sorry df-h. Now check. Okay, this partition now mounted. Okay, now we can check it with graphical user interface or with terminal, no problem. Okay, this can be other locations, computer, and then okay, now it is empty. Okay, now let's make this available for all users. Change mode 777 410. Now let's create file touch sen test.txt. Now let's show it. Okay, file now found, and from graphical user interface, sorry, graphical user interface, other locations, computer, same, and this is the file. Okay, now we finished our job. I know it is very hard for the first time, but we can try it. Okay,